Hello everyone, a lot of people have been asking me for a Astralite strategy on how to maximize your earnings every week. And I have finally tested tons of different things. I've been leveling up all of my abilities in multiple different accounts. And I have made a plan here for you to maximize your Astralite, which is something that a lot of people need help with. So the question that everyone makes me is, what's the best thing to sell? And I'll tell you, that's actually the wrong question. It doesn't matter what are you focusing on right now, because Posey can only give you a certain amount of Astralites per week. When you first start your house, you will only be able to sell up to 100,000 Astralites per week with Posey. That's how much money she can give you. It doesn't matter if you produce more than that, she can only give you 100k per week. So your focus should be initially on extending Posey's budget rather than focusing on what to sell. You need to first make Posey give you more money per week. So how do you do that? The more abilities you level up, the more you'll be able to increase Posey's budget. To level up your abilities, you will need home insight, which you can obtain by performing home activities every single day. There is a limit on how much home insight you can obtain, which is 100. So you need to try your best to hit 100 home insight every single day, which is actually super easy to get. You can do that in like 5-10 minutes. Once you have a lot of home insight, you can go talk to Posey and click on Home Abilities. In that menu, you can level up your abilities. What is happening though is that a lot of people are focusing on a single ability, like, oh, I'll focus on planting, or I'll focus on fish keeping because I think that selling flowers will be good, or selling fish will be good. And that's actually not the best strategy. The best strategy is level up just a little bit in every single ability. That's because the more you level up, the more insight you need to get the next level. So for example, here I have leveled up my building ability outfit only, but that's for content creation purposes. I do not recommend you do that if you want to maximize the Astralites. That's because, like I said, every level costs more and more insight. So I have spent 940 insight to get the 8th level, and that gave me 7 levels in total. While if I got this insight and spent in leveling up every single ability at the same time, I would have spent 950 insight to get 11 levels instead. So spreading the levels across all of the abilities because of the low insight cost will have you have more levels at the end of the week. And the more levels you have, the more budget increases you can unlock. It may not make much difference on the first week, but on the 5th week, it will definitely make some difference, and you will have a much higher budget than I do. Once these weeks go on and you level up all your abilities and you increase Posey's budget to the maximum amount, that's when our strategy is going to change. So first weeks, focus on increasing Posey's budget. Once you reach the maximum possible Posey budget ever, then we can focus on what to produce to sell to her. During these weeks, of course, make sure you always reach the cap. So if Posey can sell you 100k, then do sell to her 100k to get from her. If she has 250k available, make sure you sell everything that you've got to reach the 250k. If your produce is not being enough yet, then you can sell some pieces of terrain like trees, shrubs, and so on. But please make sure that it's a craftable tree, a craftable shrub. For example, our giant wisteria tree is not craftable, so do not sell that, or else you're not going to be able to have it anymore. So only sell items that you can craft later, and don't sell all of it either. Just sell, like, if you have 40 free trees, then just sell like 5 and you'll be fine, because their cost is super high anyways. And then you can supplement your amount of Astralites for that week in case, you know, on Sunday, if you didn't sell enough, then you can supplement that with some trees, you know, just until you get a good sustainable Astralite income going. Once a few weeks have been gone by and you reached Pose's maximum budget available, then you can focus on the produce. And for the produce, this is all about time. How much free time do you have? How much time do you want to spend in the game? How many times do you want to log in every day? If you want the lowest amount of effort, then the most profitable options for you will be animal inviting and star catching, because you can do those just once a day. If you are someone who has a lot of free time and want to log into the game like 3-4 times a day, then plants and fish keeping will be the best for you, and potentially crafting. But for crafting, not every craft item is worth it. I am actually making a spreadsheet with all of the prices of the craft items and the cost to plant all the materials, and I'll make a list of the best craftable items in the future. I'm still populating this spreadsheet, of course. I'm only one person and I'm having to level up all of the abilities in multiple different accounts. But once we got a better strategy, I'll also put on the pinned comment, and I'll link up this spreadsheet as well if you want to see that. But ideally, what you want to focus on is on whatever is on bonus that week. So whatever Pose is saying like, oh, this has 1.2 bonus, that's what you want to do that week. So it doesn't actually matter what you focus on producing, because you will rotate your produce every single week. Maybe that week she wants fish and yellow flowers. You're gonna do just fish and yellow flowers on that week. Don't forget that as you level up your planting ability, you can actually choose the color of the flower that you're planting. So that should help you reach those bonuses after a few weeks as well. For the rarity, selling and producing the higher rarity items usually just saves you time. The profit per hour should be roughly the same. So really what you get from the higher rarity items is you have to log in the game less times. So if you play every 10 minutes, the best way to make money will be forever doing tulips, because you can plant them and collect them in 10 minutes with the free deal. So if you can log into the game that in every 10 minutes, tulips will always be forever the best way. But of course, nobody has the time to do that. So planting higher rarity flowers or getting higher rarity fish will be better for you, because then you can just log in into the game once a day and you will get the same profit as if you were logging in all the time. So usually your routine should look like the following. Summarizing everything that we've learned, first few weeks, focus in increasing Pose's weekly budget. Once you reach the maximum Posey budget available, then you can focus on producing whatever she asks as a bonus on that week. If she asks for fish and flowers, you're gonna do fish and flowers on that week specifically. Every single day when you log into the game, ideally you will collect everything that you have in the home, plant some tulips, put the free deal on them, and go explore the world, do your Sea of Stars dailies, do the daily tasks, and so on. After 10 minutes is over, you go back to your home, you collect all of those tulips, and now you plant your highest rarity plants, trees, and so on. That will make you set up for the whole day, and now you just need to log in into the game again tomorrow to do the same process. This way you can maximize the amount of astralites you're earning. If the end of the week comes around, so it's Sunday, and you still haven't been able to sell to Posey all of the cap amount that she has available, then you can supplement that with some trees or terrain if they are craftable. If you're sure you can craft them later, you can sell a couple trees. And of course, don't sell everything that you have. I hope that makes more sense, and if you still have some questions, please ask in the comments down below and I'll try to respond them as fast as I can.
스친 너의 향기 내일이면 사라질걸 그렇게 널 털어낼게 I know I deserve better I don't hate you but the way you just grip my heart break my heart 날 무너지게 해 And you might be 나는 널 위한 데려가 이제 나가와 Oh I never wanted us to be like this I never wanted was you All I ever wanted was to be myself That's all I wanted
Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little.